NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
Welcome to a new episode of CNB Bazaar Buzz. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Patankar, and we get started now straight away with that new Honda City. Now, when I say the word new, I really mean facelifted because it's the mid-cycle facelift on that model that's really popular and one that all of you anticipate always with a lot of keenness. So, what's changed on the car? What is new? Let's find out.
The Honda City is one of the most trusted nameplates in the Indian automotive industry since its launch in 1998. Till date, India has seen 4 generations of the car, with every generation until now getting its own midlife facelift. The most recent version of the City was launched in 2014 and was long overdue a facelift too, since it was rapidly losing out on newer cars like the Maruti Suzuki Ciaz. And so here it is, the updated 2017 Honda City facelift. One look at the front end and you will see that it is a lot sharper and a lot more elegant. The grille and bumpers too have been redesigned to fall more in line with Honda's global design philosophy. Our favorite part though has to be the all-LED lighting setup on the top 2 variants. The headlamps, tail lamps and the fog lamps have all been given the LED treatment. And another great addition to the car are the 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheels that look a lot smarter than the ones on the pre-facelift car. Step inside and you will realize that the cabin has become a lot more plusher and feels properly upmarket. The beige and black two-tone interior with silver inlays looks rather cool, and the 2 things that really caught our attention was the new 7-inch touchscreen infotainment display that Honda likes to call DigiPad, and the updated leather upholstery, on the top 2 trims of course. One can use a mirror link to connect their smartphone to the DigiPad system and use the screen then to connect to the internet, listen to music and of course navigation. Surprisingly though, the Honda City facelift does not get Apple CarPlay or even Android Auto. There is of course the usual fare of 2 USB ports, 3 12-volt sockets for power, auxiliary inputs, Bluetooth telephony and an electric sunroof. You also get cruise control and reverse parking cameras on the top line spec.
We have driven the new City facelift for a fair bit and can confidently tell you that it is every bit as likable as the model currently on sale. With the added features and equipment, it is much better equipped now to take on its rivals such as the Maruti Suzuki Ciaz, the Skoda Rapid, the Volkswagen Vento and the soon to be launched next generation Hyundai Verna.
As far as safety is concerned, the City facelift gets dual airbags, anti-lock brakes and ISOFIX as standard features in all variants. But the 2 top variants also get an additional 4 airbags, which include the side and curtain ones, which take a total number of airbags to 6. The engines and output for the City facelift remain the same as they were before. There is a 1.5-litre petrol engine with either 5-speed manual or a CVT gearbox and a 1.5-litre diesel engine with a 6-speed manual gearbox. The driving characteristics remain the same, and that is not exactly a bad thing. It of course handles as well as before and is also great in terms of ride quality. The Honda City has always had a solid mass market appeal, and this model is no different. It is every bit as likable as the older generations, and now with all these new updates and especially those LED headlamps, it makes an even stronger case for itself. With prices starting at 8.5 lakh rupees, Honda has brought on its best game face for the compact sedan segment.
And now we'll take a look at all the questions that you've been sending in, and I'll try and give you some answers. Gokul Shrestri is asking about Maruti launching a newer model or a facelifted version of the Omni van. Well, I'll tell you what, Gokul, I hope that there is no facelift coming, because I think I've lost track of how many times that van has been facelifted or tweaked or updated, and really it is time to see it retire, because it's a very old platform, it's a very old design, and in many ways it's really unsafe in today's environment. And we've said this before, that it's well priced and it probably has its usefulness for some people, but really, if Maruti needs to retain the Omni nameplate, because it's a strong one, it should come out with an all new model. And because the new regulations will set in by 2019, I don't expect anything to happen between now and then. Next question is from Surya, who is looking to buy a 150cc motorcycle with good pillion comfort, good power, speed and good handling, and it's the Honda CB Hornet that he was considering, but found certain issues being faced by other owners. So the option is the TVS Apache once again, and he's 6 feet 2 inches tall. What do I suggest? Well, you know what, I'm going to still say that the Hornet is actually the product you should be considering, because it gives you everything in terms of good styling and Honda's reliability, and it's also a very comfortable bike in terms of its suspension and that rear seat. So you might want to reconsider that. Given the fact that HMSI is so seriously entrenched into the Indian market, I don't think you should have any issues after the sale of the bike has been made. The next query is from Hari. I would like to go for a new car, he says, and my budget is 7 to 8 lakh rupees. I need your recommendation between the Ford Figo and the Volkswagen Polo. Now, they're slightly different cars in the sense that the Figo sits kind of one segment below the Polo, but it's excellent value for money because it gives you that almost premium hatch-like comfort and feature list, and it's actually really good value for money too. And so overall, I think when it comes to how these products size up, the Figo just makes more sense. The Polo is the sportier of the two though, so if you want a car that's really high on performance and sporty appeal, then you go for the Polo, but otherwise it's got to be the Figo. And finally, a question from Prerak, who is wanting to know about the Hero Zeer, the motor scooter, and when it's coming to India and the expected month for launch. Well, I'll tell you what, the inside news from Hero MotoCorp is that it's not coming. It was shown as a concept for sure at the Auto Expo, but it seems that now the company is looking at other plans or other ideas when it comes to more powerful scooters or other scooters besides the ones that it already has in its portfolio. And so, yeah, the Zeer will probably get something like it, but not exactly that. Please keep all your queries coming, and with that we'll take a very short break here, but when we come back, we'll celebrate everything classic and vintage at the Cartier Concours, the Elegance in Hyderabad. Stay tuned.